EastEnders episode 6858 spoilers. Dean Wicks is tricked by Gina. Airs at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday 15th of February 2024 on BBC One. Dean Wicks makes a dangerous enemy of Gina Knight and Johnny Carter in Thursday's episode of EastEnders. As well as buying into local business Eels Beals, Dean tried to romance Linda's soon-to-be stepsister Gina Knight by feeding her a pack of lies, although she eventually got wise to him. Now that Linda's son Johnny Carter is back in the square, he is sure that her recent spectacular alcoholic relapse is squarely on Dean's shoulders, not knowing she's also hiding a killer secret. With his legal background, Johnny decides to take the route of the courts and launch a civil case against Dean, who has never faced justice for Linda's rape. When he finds out that Dean forced Linda into confessing that she made up the rape and recorded it, Johnny realizes he needs to get hold of Dean's phone. Teaming up with Gina Knight to wipe the recording, Gina tricks her former fling into going out on another date, leaving Johnny to do what he needs to in the cafe. Dean rumbles their plan and bursts in to interrupt him. When Linda sees the ruckus, she overcomes her horror of being near Keanu Taylor's concrete grave under the floor of the cafe and rushes in to protect her son. A glass gets smashed, leaving Linda with a cut hand, and Johnny is stunned when she goes completely ballistic. Will he convince her to open up about what's really going on? George Knight is in a very weird headspace after the bombshell revelations about his childhood. Heading to the boxing den to let off some steam, he helps teen Denzel Danes with a training session. On the edge, George takes things too far and loses with a shocked Denzel. When his fiancée Elaine Peacock witnesses George's meltdown, she is worried, as he breaks down, worried he's just like his violent adoptive dad Eddie Knight. George's adoptive mum Gloria Knight convinces Elaine to let her speak to George. At the boxing den, she begs him to let her have just 5 minutes to explain herself. George agrees, but can he forgive her for her lies? Denise Fox is increasingly unraveling after being a party to Keanu Taylor's murder and conspiracy to hide the body at Christmas. When husband Jack Branning surprises her with a romantic Valentine's Day breakfast, she does her best to paint on a smile. Wanting to make things right after recently pushing him away, terrified that he'll work out her deadly secret, she suggests they spend the evening together. He shuts down her offer and makes an excuse to be out of the house, secretly wanting to spend Valentine's evening with his lover Stacey Slater. Jack's daughter Amy Mitchell is becoming increasingly alarmed by Denise's odd behavior and devotes the day to keeping an eye on her. When she continues to act out of character, Amy's brother Ricky Branning suggests that they need to talk to Jack. Amy's terrified that Denise and Jack will split up, and desperate to keep the family together, she tells Ricky they need to keep their worries from their dad. Instead, Amy does some digging about bipolar episodes by asking Stacey Slater, who has had plenty of experience of the challenging mental health condition, as both Stacey and her mum Jean Slater are bipolar. Amy covers for her questions by claiming she needs the info for a school project.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của OK Spoilers. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn video tiếp theo.